Hello, and welcome to today's subscriber contract. No heat, no problem. Set in Dartmoor and supplied to us today by Paul Anderson 37. So moving on to our briefing, Storm Eowyn has knocked out the heating in Dartmoor. 47 tries to fix it. He may be required to fix heating issues elsewhere. And moving on to our targets, and today we have 5 of them along with a free map. And for today's challenge we'll be starting as the mansion staff, and we're going to have an oil canister stored up in the hallway, and we'll be bringing with us a remote micro taser and a silenced pistol. So right from the start and off the bat, we have a bit of legwork to take care of, and our first 3 targets are all located roughly together. So we're going to make our way out of the library and into the bathroom at the end of the corridor, and we will interrupt the flirting couple as we pass, and the young lady will make her way down to this end of the corridor, and we can then distract her into the bathroom with the overflowing sink, and using a newspaper to lure her closer. We're going to render her unconscious. Let's just turn that sink back off, we don't want to flood the place, and we're going to move her away from the door, and we'll come back for her a little bit later. Next up, we're going to take care of the bodyguard who is patrolling in the side corridor, who you could just see walk past there. So all 3 of these targets are accidental fire eliminations, and as we have access to only 1 oil canister, we are going to render all 3 of our first targets unconscious, and we're going to deposit all 3 of them in the bathroom and set them all alight at the same time. So when the bodyguard makes his way to this end of the corridor, we're going to quickly render him unconscious, and then we're going to deposit him in the bathroom provided along with the maid. And our final bodyguard target, the flirting gentleman, he can be a little bit of an issue, so we're going to take this bodyguard's outfit as it is a requirement, I believe. And this gentleman here has eyes in the back of his head if you use the newspaper. Doesn't matter how sneaky you are, he will turn around and spot you. If I wasn't using the newspaper, he'd be none the wiser. So we're just going to drag him once we've knocked him out into the bathroom. And once they are all safely stored up out of sight, we can then go and retrieve the oil canister from the hallway. Hence why we have the bodyguard's outfit, as we will have less enforcers to worry about. So we're just going to make our way straight round to the hallway area. We're going to retrieve our gas cylinder, or our gas canister, oil canister, whatever you want to call it, and then we're going to make our way straight back to the bathroom, taking the shortest possible route. And once we're in the bathroom, we're going to create a nice big oil puddle on the floor somewhere. Anywhere will do nicely. Now, setting this alight without the taser can be tricky. It can be done, but it is very tricky trying to ignite oil off of a lino floor. So we're just going to quickly drag all 3 of our targets into the puddle after we drop our taser on the puddle first of all, just so that we don't block it. And we need to get all 3 of these targets lined up nicely. If we have one laying across the top of the other 2, they will not burn. So once we've got them all in place, we can then detonate the taser, which will ignite the oil and eliminate our first 3 targets. So 3 down, 2 to go, and our final 2 targets are both accident explosions, and they are both located on the ground floor. So we're gonna head downstairs, and if you haven't guessed already, our next location will be the kitchen. So we're gonna head down the library stairs to avoid any enforcer entanglements on the main floor or the main stairs, namely the butler, and also if Mrs. Carlyle and her bodyguard are around, her bodyguard will also be a enforcer as well. So we're going to make our way into the kitchen, grab our first propane cylinder, make our way into the dining room, and we're going to place the propane cylinder on the piano here, and in a few moments Mr. Carlyle there will go to the piano to play some music, and while he is doing that we are going to return to the kitchen, grab the second propane cylinder and place it on the cooker here, and then we're going to make our way back out into the corridor, select our silenced pistol, there we go, and once the maid and the other serving staff member have their backs to us, we're going to blow up the propane cylinder, then make our way back into the dining room, and for some reason we haven't alerted Mr. Carlyle, even though we were only through one set of doors, not the 2 sets of doors rule. Either way, once Mr. Carlyle approaches the piano, we can then put 2 bullets into the last propane cylinder, and we will eliminate our final target. And we're going to hop out of the dining room window and out to the bridge exit, which is the nearest available safe exit and also avoids any enforcers. So there we go, one more subscriber contract taken care of, and once we're across our bridge here we will get confirmation all of our targets have been eliminated according to plan, and we had no objectives to worry about, and that gets us a silent assassin rating. I have been Anubis, and I will see you all in the next video.